Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today we have some really big breaking news, and that is the Galaxy S10 release date and price points. Now, these are really big, especially the release date. It's something that's been a big contention of. The announcement could be at CES at the beginning of January. Announcement could be at a special New York event at the end of January or beginning of February. Or it could be the same tradition of MWC event right before, which would be in February 24th this year. However, it looks like none of those were right, although one was close, and this comes courtesy of Gizmodo UK. So all of their article will be in the link in the description. Go ahead and check them out, support it, because they are the ones that first got this news and we are reporting it here. So the first big thing is the actual release date, and the actual release date looks like it will be March the 8th. So March the 8th is looking like it will be the actual release date for the S10 3 variants, not the 4th variant, the 5G version. We will get to that later on, the difference. But not only that, the announcement looks like it's going to be a bit before MWC than normal, and that is February 20th, which is a Wednesday. Then the following Friday will be the pre-orders, and then the following Friday will be thereafter. You're going to start getting the pre-orders either that Friday or the Friday after, and then they will come out on the 8th. So overall, this is pretty big because now we know the exact date. Traditionally, it's about that time, about the second week to third to fourth week of March. So it's on the earlier end of it, but we are getting it at pretty much normal time. Now let's get to the big changes. So this year there's going to be 3 Samsung S10 Merges at this launch and another one following, which is different than the standard 2. So first off, there are 3 S10s, S10 Lite, regular S10, and S10 Plus. So we're familiar with the regular S10 and S10 Plus. The S10 Lite, as of right now, it looks like it's going to be more of a flat version. This one has it with a curve, early renders, but it looks like it will be a flat version. Then you have the regular S10 and the S10 Plus, which follow their traditions. However, it's going to be a 5.8 inch, 6.1 inch, and 6.4 inch, just so Samsung can have similar size as the iPhone Plus at that 6.4 inch, and the Note will be a 6.5 later in the year. So make sure to subscribe to find all that out. Now let's get to the price points. The price point is actually going to start for the Lite variant at $669. Now, I want to stress this out because a lot of articles will mess this up, as they traditionally do, and that is the pounds are shown on here. When it comes to pounds, euros, and dollars, the price point is always the same for these smartphones. So if a phone is $899, it's going to be $899. That's the way it always has been for Samsung launches. So you're not converting these, you're just changing the currency in front or behind. So let's get to this. $669, and the biggest thing I think is going to be about that is a 128 gigs of storage. That is really impressive because I myself did definitely think that it was going to be 64 as a starting point, but 128 for $669 is really good and shows that Samsung isn't dramatically increasing their prices as, say, iPhone or other manufacturers. They're keeping it really competitive, and this is going to be good for phones like Huawei and the OnePlus and other smartphones that are really kind of nipping at their heels when it comes to price point. Then you're going to have the standard S10 coming in at $799. Now $799 I think is a really good price point. Again, $200 cheaper than the iPhone XS, and I think that it's showing that, look, their standard flagship is still coming way cheaper than the iPhone, and yet it's still giving so much more in a lot of people's eyes. So for it to start at $799 for the 128 gig, and then $200 more for these variants will get you a 512 version. So this one starts at $999 for that variant. Then we have the S10 Plus coming in at $900, so $899. I think, again, that's a fair price. I do also like that it, again, makes the Note going to lie at the $1,000 price point when it comes out later the year, as it's traditionally $100 more. So that is really great. And again, you can get the bigger variant in storage size for $1099 for a 512. If you want it, I probably might. I've gotten very used to my Note being at 512. So, oops, that is the wrong phone. My Note being at the OnePlus time. So there we have that. But then we have the 5G variant. Now, again, unless the 5G variant model really has something bigger, like 10 gigs of RAM or something along those lines, I really do not recommend getting 5G. It's just not worth it in 2019. No carrier will be set up for 5G speeds in 2019, I promise you. Now, we will do a video later on about why 5G doesn't matter in 2019, so make sure to subscribe to find that out. But there will be a 5G variant of the S10. However, it looks like as of right now, at the earliest, this version of the phone will be coming in Q2, at the end of Q2 more likely. So May, June is when you might see it, but it is even a possibility that it will actually be released with the Note variant. So these are all possibilities right now, but the 5G will not launch at the same time as the other S10 series. Now, the big thing about this is to kind of entice people, they are actually even doing an S10 Plus variant up to 1 terabyte of storage. So if you want 1 terabyte of storage, that is going to be coming in at $1,400. If you need that terabyte storage, hey, all to you. Now, the big thing that I will say is that the bendable screen phone isn't being talked about in this entire leak, which leads me to believe that it could have yet again possibly be pushed back, or it could actually be the version that is announced at CES beforehand, and they just will announce it and say they will release it later. These are all possibilities. I, for one, cannot wait to see how this all turns out. But what do you guys think? Now we have the release date, announcement February 20th, launch March 8th, starting at $669 for the Lite variant, then $799 and $899 respectively for the regular and the Plus. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you liking these price points? Is the S10 your next phone? And which version will you get? Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.